everybody. Let me just check here. That's perfect. Thank you, Dogs. Welcome to our 9 o'clock class. I hope that you are still healthy and safe at home. And I'm really glad that you can join me for today's class. So like I said, you will need a chair, some sort of sturdy chair. If you don't have a chair, you can always use a bench, maybe something that's about this high. And then you are going to need a small towel, not like a swimming towel or a beach, like a bath sheet, a small towel. And we are going to use that for our first exercise. So what you can do is just fold the towel in half, and then in half again. And then you want to sort of fold it so that you make a sausage that you can stand on. Okay, so just put that on your chair for a moment, and we're going to grab that. So before we start with any exercise, let's just stand for a moment, breathe, feel where we are in space, and then see how we feel, and just sort of check any bits of your body that might feel a bit tender or tight or stiff, or might not feel as it usually does, which is fine. We just want to take notice of that. So stand with your feet about hip distance apart. Make sure that your toes are pointing forward, so your 2 big toes are facing straight ahead. Your arms are resting at your sides. And then just close your eyes. So we are just going to be for a moment. We are called human beings, so it's good to be from time to time and not do the whole time. So just for a moment, just allow your breath to flow naturally in and out through your nose, through your mouth, whichever one works for you. And then while you are breathing, just sort of scan through your body. Start to scan over your toes, over your feet, your ankles, your shins, all the way up, knees, thighs, pelvis, your abdominals, your ribs. Don't forget about your arms, so from your fingertips, up your arms, your shoulders, your neck, all the way to the crown of your head. So just stand there for another moment and just check. Can you feel all those body parts that we went over? And do any of them feel uncomfortable or tight or good? And then you can either keep your eyes closed if your balance feels okay, or you can open your eyes, and we're going to do 3 roll downs. So on your exhale, not the chin. And then just roll down, nice and slowly. And we're doing this slowly, so we're not in a rush. Inhale when you get to the bottom of your roll down. Notice what your body feels like. Exhale, tuck your tailbone in, and then roll up until you are standing up tall. Inhale. Exhale to roll down through the spine. Make sure your upper body is relaxed, your head, neck, shoulders, and arms, and then you roll up all the way to the top. And if you feel like you want to straighten your knees for this last one, you can do that, but you don't have to. You feel everything still feels tight and stiff, then you can keep those knees slightly bent. And then we are back at the top, nice and tall and open shoulders. Okay, so go and grab your sausage towel, put it on the floor, and then the chair is there to help you balance. Okay, you don't have to use the chair, but you can use the chair. If your chair is very low, use a wall or a table, something that you can hold on to. So let's stand on top of our soffits with our right foot. And your left foot is still on the floor. So try not to hike that hip up just yet. Then take your fingers and place them on these two pelvic bones on the front of your pelvis. And feel that if you relax your left foot into the floor, your left pelvic bone will drop down towards the floor. So see if you can pull that left pelvic bone up so that it's level with your right one. And the movement is coming from your hip joint. You're not pulling from your chest. You don't want to stand skew. You're just lifting your left foot off the floor. And then see if you can imagine in your imagination, push your right hip towards your left hip so that you feel your right pelvic up, your right hip muscles switching on. And then just make sure your standing knee is unlocked. It's not bent, it's straight, but it's an active position. Your muscles are keeping your leg there. So you can hold onto your chair if you want to now, or you can hold your hands on your hips. It really doesn't matter. I want you to feel that your standing leg is working, and the towel makes it more unstable to stand on. So, fingertip on the chair if you want to. Your knee is unlocked, and then you close the eyes. I know how you all love balancing exercises. And that's why I picked this one. And you will feel your ankle and your knee and your hip are going to work very hard to try and keep you upright. Keep breathing while you do that. We are going to hold this position for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And place your left leg down and shake out that right leg. Good. Good morning, glutes. Let's move the towel over to the left-hand side. You can still keep your chair on the left, that's fine. And then just put your right foot on the floor. So just go through this whole sequence again. So hands on the pelvis, and just relax your right leg into the floor. And then you'll feel that little drop in the pelvis. Now from your hip joint, lift your right foot up so that your two pelvic bones are level. You will feel the automatic thing is to lock the knee to give you that stability. That's not what we want for today. So just soften the knee. It's still a straight leg, but you'll feel these thigh muscles working. Good. And now, in your imagination, push your left hip towards your right hip so that you feel your glutes activate around your left hip. Good. Then you can hold onto your chair if you want to, and then close your eyes. So really keep your focus on your left knee. So I can feel immediately when I close my eyes, my left knee wants to lock, and I can just hang there for ages. So I'm trying to work from my hip. And then while you're there, we breathe. Imagine there's a string tied to the top of your head, so you are lengthening through the spine while you are standing there. And we breathe, and we hold this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and step off the towel and give that leg a quick shake. Okay, you can move the towel back to your right foot. So stand on your towel again, and then get that lift through your hips so that your left foot is just off the floor. Hold onto your chest, soften your standing knee, and then small movements. I'm just going to show from the side. Small pendulum swing of your left leg. Just forwards and back. Keep the movement small and controlled so that you're not trying to balance too much or your upper body isn't moving too much with you. So it's a small and controlled swing. Lengthen through the crown of your head. If you want to put your hands on your hips, you are welcome to do that. Otherwise, you hold onto your chair. Let your left leg hang at your side and you circle that leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, and step off the towel and give that leg a shake. Hopefully your right glute is awake after that. Good. Step onto your left foot. Make sure that your hips are level. So you don't want to stand with one hip higher than the other hip. Soften that standing leg and just start to swing that right leg forwards and back. Small and controlled, breathing all the while you do that. Okay, you can put your hands on your hips if you feel like your balance is good. Maybe this side is the hardest side. Keep breathing, keep lengthening. Don't sag into your left hip. So keep putting your left hip inwards. Let your right leg hang at the side and then circle that leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And step off your towel and give your legs a little shake. Good. We are still using our towel, but just fluff it up again because we've all flattened our towels. So just give it a little swish. And then we are going to stand on our towel with both our heels on the towel and your toes and forefoot are on the floor. You can stand on your mat or on the floor next to your mat. That's fine. Doesn't matter where you stand. So we are going to do a few squats in this position. So listen to your knees and your hips. With the heels lifted, you might actually be able to go lower into your squat than what you usually do. So let's start by bending the knees. There's some space between your feet and your knees. Bend your knees and let's just reach the arms out in line with your shoulders. So let's think about shifting our weight onto our heels. Just so that you feel your glutes are switching on more. So it's less squats, more glutes. And then lower your arms and stand up tall. Bend the knees and reach your arms, weight on the heels and lower the arms and come up. And bend and up. So a squat is a very functional exercise. If you need to pick something up off the floor or go and sit on a chair or get on the floor, this is the way to get there, working from the hips and the knees. And let's do 5 more, and it's a good way to wake up the whole body. 3, 2, stay in your squat. Can you shift your weight over your heels? You want to feel those back muscles, the glutes, the hamstrings work. Now lift your arms up next to your ears. We stay in the squat for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the arms hard and stand up tall. Give everything a shake and you can climb off your towel. Okay, just put your towel close by. We'll use it in a moment again. You can either have a chair next to you or you can stand with the chair in front of you for balance. I'm just going to turn so that you can see my legs. We are going to do a few bends again, slightly different from the squat that we did now. Your feet are wider than what they were now. So my heels are in line with my sit bones, maybe even wider, with my toes turned out to about 45 degrees. I'm holding onto my chair, and then I bend both my knees. That's not a very deep bend, but I want you to think about pushing the knees back more so that you feel your glutes activating, sort of wrapping around the back. So if you can, once you press those knees back, and then you can bend deeper in your hips, you're welcome to do that. And then stand up tall. We bend, and we straight. And we bend, and straight. So as you go, make sure those knees don't want to come forward. You keep pushing them back, and pretend that you've got a grape underneath the arch of your foot. So when you bend your knees, you don't want to squash your grape underneath your foot. Good, keep going. And 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And the next one, bend and stay there. Hold on to the chair if you need to. We're going to lift the heels up, but don't come up. So your knees stay in the same bench position. We lift the heels. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and hold those heels, bend the knees deeper. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, straighten your legs, lower your heels, and give the legs a shake. Well done. Okay. So keep your chair on the left-hand side if you are using your chair for balance. And then separate your feet about hip distance apart again. Now the toes are facing forward. Go into that same squat position that we did when the towel was underneath your heels. You can hold onto your chair, shift your weight onto your left leg, and straighten your right leg out to the side, but it's just the tippy toe touching on the floor. All of my weight is on my left heel. Left buttock is working very hard. I'm going to push through my left heel to straighten my left leg and pick my right leg up in front of me. Then I bend my left leg and I tap my toe to the right. And up, and to the side. And up, and to the side. Now notice that my body moves with my legs. So you lean forward a bit to get that glute activation. Then I want you to stay with your right leg up in the air. Now instead of tapping to the right, you're going to tap behind you. So bend your left leg, go and tap behind you, and up, and tap, and up. You want to feel your left heel, your left glute, and 3 more, and 2 more, and 1 more. Stay there, keep your right leg lifted. Can you reach your arms up to the ceiling? Not one arm up, one hand on the chair is also fine. Keep reaching through the fingertips, lengthen through the waist, left heel into the floor, and then lower the arms and the leg, and give the leg a quick shake. And then you can move your chair to the other side if you need that. Whew. It's my heart rate up. I hope you all feel that. So, find your posture. Hold on to your chair if you need to. Bend your knees. Remember, pelvis back, shoulders forward. Stand on your right heel and reach your left toe tapping on the floor. Now push through your right heel to straighten the leg and come up. And out to the side and up. If you can't bend your right knee very deeply, that's fine. Only go as far as your body allows you to go. And reach and up. And we're not shifting the weight. Your weight stays on the right leg the whole time. Last 3. And 2. And 1. Pause when you get to the top. Now we tap behind us. Reach that toe behind you and bring it up. And 2. And 3. And up. And 4. And up. 5. And up. 6. And up. Last 2. 7. I'm not a very good counter, so don't rely on me for counting. Stay there at the top. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. Lengthen your whole body. So from the arms, through the shoulders, through the chest, through the abs, down through the leg. Breathe. Find that balance. And then we lower the leg and the arms and give the leg a big shake. Okay, so we are going to sit on our chair. I'm going to sit so that you can see me from the side. You will need your towel in a moment, so keep that close by. Let's just give the glutes a bit of a stretch. So sit on the edge of your chair. So your sit bones are really as far forward as you can go on the chair. Then take your right ankle and cross it over your left knee, like you want to put your socks on. Holding onto your right shin, Lengthen your spine up. So straighten yourself up as much as you can. Think about lifting your tailbone up. So not tapping the tail, you're lifting the tailbone. And then from your hips, you want to lean forward. If you can, if you can't, you just sit up until you feel your right buttock stretching. And then what you can also do is turn your head from right to left, like you are shaking your head no. And notice if that changes anything in your stretch. So if I look over my left shoulder, I feel the stretch more on the right hand side. And I breathe. Or you can keep moving your head if that is what you prefer. And then slowly come up. Untangle yourself, and we do the same on the other side. So lift yourself up. So use your arms and your left leg to pull your spine up. Lift your tailbone. Hinge forward from your hips. So try not to round the spine. It's a straight spine. And then you can add the shaking of the head. And it's a big and deliberate movement with the neck. It's not a quick shake. It's a slow, long turn of the neck. Good. And then untangle yourself. Good. I'm going to face towards you guys. You can just stay seated as you are. Grab your towel. So we did this one last week as well. It's always good to work on rotation. So I'm still sitting quite forward on my chair. And I'm taking my towel and I'm placing it between my knees or just on the inner thighs. And I want you to interlace your hands behind you. If your shoulders are really sore, you can always cross your arms in front of your chest. That's your other option. So your hands are interlaced, so the hollow bit of your hand is cupping the two bumps on the base of your skull. So not on your neck, you're on your skull. And then think about pushing the back of your brain into your hands. And that will give you a sense of lengthening at the back and a slight nod in the chin. Now squeeze that towel for dear life. On your inhale, we twist to the right. And exhale, center. Inhale, twist to the left. And exhale, center. Now as you twist, think about lengthening your spine. And center. And twist. And center. And 2 more rounds. As you twist, look towards the elbow that you are twisting to. So try to look at your left elbow. Let your eyeballs turn with you. Look at your right elbow. One more to the left. Look at your left elbow. Back to center. And lower the arms. Give the shoulders a quick roll. Okay, grab your towel. And then you want to unravel your towel and just sort of roll it up, so that you can hold the towel in your hands. And I want you to think about keeping the towel tight throughout the movement. And I'm just going to turn again so that you can see me from the side. I'm still sitting on the edge of my chair, but now I'm straightening my legs and my feet are a little bit wider than hip distance. I hope your chair is upholstered because this plastic chair is quite hard there on the sit. So let's call it fascial release. While I'm sitting here. So sit up as tall as you can. If you need to bend the knees, you can do that for now. Otherwise, straight legs. And all we are going to do is we're going to lift the arms up, arms in line with your ears, and then exhale down. Inhale, lift, and exhale down. Now keep pulling outwards with your hands on the towel, almost like you want to tear the towel apart. And you want to feel the work between the shoulder blades, down the sides of the shoulder blade, and that mid-back area. My back stays straight, almost like I'm sitting with my back against the wall. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Stay at the top. shoulders away from the ears. Pull that towel as much as you can, and we hold this position for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower the arms, give the shoulders and the necks a quick little shake and roll. We are going up in that same position again. I'm just going to show you here. We're going to lift the arms up. I'm still pulling out on my towel, and then I'm going to bend my elbows and tap the towel on top of my leg, and then straighten the arms up. Bend and reach. And 3. We're going to 8. And up. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8, reach and hold, pull that towel apart, and then lower your arms and release the necks and the shoulders. From there, I want us to hinge forward from our hip joint. So our spine doesn't bend, we bend from our hips. So lift your arms up next to your ears again. Lift your tailbone as you lean forward with a straight back. And then slowly come up. So it's not a huge movement. I may be going down a quarter of the way and up. And when I lean forward, my ears stay between my arms. So my leg doesn't drop. And I'm working my back muscles between the shoulder blades, bra strap area, lower back on either side of the spine. Stay there while you are hinging forward, and we pulse the arms back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Pull that towel apart. Straighten your arms, and as you sit up, lower your arms down. And give everything a roll. You will feel these muscles behind your shoulder blades. Those are the guys that are working really hard. We are going to do a saw movement in the seated position. So I'm still sitting on the edge of my chair. Hold your towel shoulder height in front of you. So I want you to rotate your chest to your right hand side. Your left hand goes down to the floor as you reach your right arm up to the ceiling. So now my towel is vertical. Then I lean forward, reaching my left hand towards my right baby toe, and I am looking underneath my right arm. Then I come up, I come back to the middle. Twist to the left, right arm down, left arm up. Lean forward, look underneath your left arm. And come up, back to center. Twist to the right, left arm down, right arm up. Lean towards the right baby toe, peek underneath your right arm. Come up, back to center. Left, twist the arms, reach towards your left baby toe, looking towards the left more, come up, back to center. One more time on each side. That's it. Twist, and then we reach, and we come up, back to center. Twist, and reach, and up, back to center, and lower the arms. Great. You can just put your towel on your mat. When we get to the floor, we will use the towel in a moment. So we are going to stand up from the chair a few times. Now it sounds nice and simple, but you just wait and see. So scooch back a little bit so that you're sitting a bit more firmer on the chair. And then when you go and sit down, just make sure that the chair is still there behind you so that you don't go and sit on the floor. So your feet are separated about hip distance. Make sure that when you stand up, your knees don't knock in. So think about pushing outwards with your knees. So you can almost think that there's a TheraBand around your legs, and you want to push out into the TheraBand. We're going to reach the arms out in front of us, and this is just going to help us build up a bit of momentum and give us some balance to work from. So from your hip joint, so we've practiced a lot to hinge from the hip joint. That's exactly what I want you to do. You're just going to rock forward and back. My spine doesn't bend. Let's do 3 more, and on the third one, we're going to stand up. 1, 2, and stand up. Then just down, you need to push your bum back out. Make sure the chair is there and sit on your bum. So no hands to sit down. And we rock forward. 1, 2, and stand up on the third time. Push the bum out and sit on the chair. And we go 1, 2, and all the way up. Keep going. So if you've got a knee that's feeling niggly, you can always sit on a pillow on the chair, just to give you a little bit of height. That helps to stand up from a higher chair than a lower chair. Good. 1, 2, and stay at the top. We're not going to sit down. Pretend that you sit down. So push the bum out, bend your knees. It's almost like your bum wants to touch the chair. We stay there and we bounce the knees deeper. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Stick the bum out more. 4, 3, 2. Stay there. Reach the bum back, and then sit on your chair and relax for a moment. Okay, we're not done with those legs yet. We rock forward. 1, 2, and stand up all the way. Now stick the bum out, almost sit down, and then stand up all the way. Stick the bum out, and then all the way up. Now keep your arms shoulder height. I just want you to demonstrate. When you come up, you need to thrust your hips forward. Bend and thrust. Bend and glutes. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up all the way. So listen to your knees for the next one. If you feel that your knees don't want to do this next one, stick with 2 feet on the floor. So pick your favorite leg, stand on that leg, other leg lifted. Reach your arms out in front of you, make sure that chair is behind you. Bend your standing leg, stick your bum out and go and sit very elegantly on your chair. Don't fall. Again, we need to reach forward, push to your standing leg, and then stand up. Good. Stick the bum out, sit down softly, and then push yourself up. Let's do 2 more on this leg. Stick the bum out, sit down softly, and up, and stick the bum out, and stand up. Lower that leg, and do the other side. Good. So remember, 2 feet are also fine. Not everybody's knees are going to love this. We sit, and we push through the heel to come up. And we sit, push through the heel to come up. So it's a whole lot of glutes. Quads are also helping. And up, and down, and your last one. And let's just sit down. And give everything a quick break. Okay, and just check that I don't forget anything because I'm sure you don't want to come back to this. Great. Right, we did that. Okay, next. One more standing exercise, just to wake up the glutes even more if you don't feel them already. I want you to stand facing towards your chair. If you have a hip or knee that's not feeling great, stand on the other side of your chair so that you can hold on a little bit higher. Or if you are very tall or very stiff, then I would say stand on the higher end of your chair. If you are short, like me, or a little bit more supple, you can use the seat of your chair to balance on. Okay. So this one is called your aeroplane balance, and it's all about the standing leg. Take your left leg and place it behind you on the mat. Your right leg can be slightly turned out, and your knee can be a little bit bent, just slightly. So we want to lean forward to put our fingers on our chair. But I want you to start from the back leg, from the left leg. So start lifting up your left leg. And as you do that, your upper body will lean forward until you can rest your fingertips on your chair. And then as you lower your leg, your chest comes up. So it's like a seesaw. Keep moving forward. Good. My standing knee is not doing much. It's all working from my standing leg. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And then stay in that position. Lift your left leg up higher. If you need to, leave your fingertips on the chair. If you can, take one or both arms out to the side, like an aeroplane's wings. Now you are reaching in 4 directions, left to right, forwards and backwards. And we hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly come up and give the legs a shake. Or that right leg at least. Good. Stand on your left leg, turn the toes out, bend that standing knee if you need to. Right big toe, resting on the foot. Sorry, going to reach the arms forward. So lift your right leg up, pushing the upper body forward so that you tap your fingertips on the chair. And forward. And try not to hinge from the hip. So it's still an active movement. Squeeze your left bum to push your whole body upright again. Can you relax the toes that you are standing on? Or are your toes digging into the floor? 2. And then stay there for your last one. Lift your right leg up higher if you can. You can either keep your hands on the chair, or if your balance is feeling okay, you can reach the arms out, your aeroplane wings. Keep reaching to the fingertips, reaching to the crown of the head and the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, oopsies, and 1. And slowly come up and give the legs a shake. Good. We are going to take your chair, we're going to do some bridges with our feet on top of the chair. So put your chair on your mat, and if your chair is very hard, like mine, you can put your towel on the edge of the chair. If you've got an upholstered chair, you don't need to do this. If you want a bit of padding for your feet, you can pop the towel on the chair. Scoot your bums forward so that you lie on your back and your feet are resting on the chair. So you can have the arch of your foot against the chair, against the side of the chair, or you can have your heels on the chair. Not too pedantic about which foot position, whichever one works for you. Let your arms rest at your sides. If you need another small pillow or towel behind your head, you can pop that in, but no big towel because we're going to lift the hips up in a moment. So let's just do our pelvic tilts. So on your exhale, you're going to flatten your lower back into the floor. That's your posterior tilt. And then inhale to arch the back. Anterior tilt of the pelvis. Exhale, curl your tail feathers in, flatten your back. And inhale, arch the back. Use your breath the whole time. And exhale, and just massage your lumbar spine into the floor. It should feel nice, and it should feel like it's releasing the lower back. Okay, curl your tailbone in, press into your feet, roll your pelvis and spine up. At the top, thrust your hips up more, back, glutes and hamstrings working super hard. And then exhale, roll down. Release all the way, inhale, arch. Exhale, tilt, squeeze the glutes, heel your spine off the floor, thrust your hips up to the ceiling. Exhale to roll down through the spine. Good, keep going. Exhale to tuck and roll up. Use your arms and pull your shoulder blades together to help with the upper body. And then roll back down again. And curl in. So if you have a very hollow back, or if your tail feathers are lifted a lot when you stand and you look like Donald Duck, like me, then you know that this exercise is definitely not our favorite exercise because it requires a lot of movement in the pelvis and a whole lot of glutes. So feel those glutes working, roll up and we stay at the top. Push with your arms into the floor, pull those shoulder blades together, lift your buns up higher. All we are going to do is we're going to stand on our left leg more and then on our right leg. We're not lifting up any legs. Feel those calves, feel the glutes, feel the hamstrings, feel the back, feel the shoulder blades. shifting your weight. If your back is completely happy, then you can start to lift one leg, lower, and alternate. Don't go fast. If you feel I'm just going to shift my weight, that's perfectly fine. You still want to feel that standing leg working hard. Good. Let's do one more on each side. And then in the middle, lift your hips, level your hips up, and then melt your spine down into the floor and hug your knees into your chest. And just feel that nice release over the glutes and the lower back, and breathe. Okie dokie, let's sit up on the mat. Okay, you can put your chair next to your mat. We're not going to use the chair until the end of the class again, just for a stretch. So I want you to take your towel and fold it in half in the length, and then fold it in half again. So it's folded in four in the length, so that you can hook the towel behind the base of your scalp. So that's what we're going for. So once you've gotten that, then you can lie down, knees are bent, and then hook your towel in underneath the base of your scalp. So you are going to feel a whole lot of triceps, that are the muscles here at the back of your elbow to your shoulder, those muscles. Good. So before, and we're going to do some chest lifts, so you'll feel the abdominals as well. But before we lift the chest, I want you to find your neutral spine again. So that's a soft hollow in the lower back, and you feel the tip of your tailbone just resting on the floor. Then you want to relax the neck muscles so that they don't do all of the work. So press the back of your brain into your towel without lifting up anything, and then pull your hands towards the ceiling just to activate the back of the arms. I didn't lift up anything yet. Just by pulling on the towel, I will feel the back of my arms working. Then on your exhale, you're going to lift your head and chest, pull over your bottom rib, and inhale down. Let's do 8, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lower your chest, open your arms, let them rest for a moment. You should feel those arms working quite hard. Then you lift the arms up again. Your elbows are about shoulder width, and your fists are reaching to the ceiling. Not the chin, and then lift the head and the chest up, exactly like we did. The chest is going to stay lifted. And we are going to move the pelvis. So tuck your tailbone in and release. Posterior tilt, neutral. Flat back, neutral back. For 5. Good. Now keep pulling on the towel. Keep pushing the back of your brain into the towel. And your last 2. Don't drop the chest. And your last one. Release the chest down and relax your arms. Good breathe. Shake out those arms. Feel the back of your arms. Make sure that they are still there. We're going to do one more exercise with the towel behind our heads. So when you lift your arms up, now I want your elbows and hands a bit wider so that they are just in your peripheral vision. We're going to do an oblique twist. So push the back of your head into your towel, pull the towel up to the ceiling, lift up your head and chest. Rotate your chest towards the left. Your left elbow touches and you reach your right elbow to the ceiling. Back to center. Right elbow touches, left elbow to the ceiling. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Twist. And back. Twist. And back. One more time on each side. Up to center. And lower your chest. And give the arms a shake. Now go triceps. Okay, we can take the towel out from behind your head. Keep it folded like this. And then I want you to hook the towel over the ball of your right foot. And then hold onto the ends of the towel. If you need another pillow behind your head, if you need a bigger pillow, pop that in behind your head now. We're going to do some stretches. So bend your right knee to your chest. So you want to decrease the space between your chest and your knee. Then you're going to push your right heel to the ceiling until you feel a shake in your leg, and then bend. So we are stretching that hamstrings. When I push my heel up, my knee doesn't pull away. So be mindful, it's not a straight knee that you are going for. You are trying to keep your knee close, and we are reaching the heel up. And we do 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Good. Now hold the towel with your right hand only. Left arm reaches out to the side. And lift your left leg up to the tabletop position. We are going to stretch the inner thighs. So open your legs away from each other until you feel the right inner thigh stretching, and then bring your legs back together. When I open my legs, my right knee straightens more, and I'm pushing through my right heel to really get that connection into the inner thigh. If you want to, you can put your left hand on the inside of your left knee and push down on the left knee. That helps you to stretch. It feels like you're just going to fall over rather than leave the hand on the floor. Up, let's do 2 more. And good. Now, slide your left leg along the mat. Hold your towel with your left hand. Reach your right arm out to the side. I know this is everybody's favorite neural stretch. So straighten that right leg and pull the right leg across the midline to the left and release. So we're not going to stay there. We're just going to slide. Your right buttock can lift a little bit. It's more a leg movement than it is a spine movement. 2 more times. Lovely. Then let's put the towel around your left foot. Your right knee can be bent for this one. Bend your knee into your chest and press the heel up. To stretch the back of your left leg. You can also imagine that you want to touch your left big toe on your forehead. And 4 more. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Allow your leg to pull away from you until it's straight. Hold the towel with your left hand. Right arm out to the side, right leg tabletop. Open your legs away from each other. Straighten that left knee more. Push through your left heel and center. You can push with your right hand on the inside of your right knee if you want to. And we open the legs, stretch through that heel on the leg, and inner thighs are released. Inhale. 2 more. And 1 more. Okay. Straighten your right leg on the mat. Grab your towel with your right hand, left hand up to the side. Straighten that left knee as much as you can. Pull the leg across to the left, up to the right. The other leg. So if you've been in my class before, you know how I love to come around and give everybody a little bit of a push with the stretch, just to get into that last bit that your brain almost blocks you to go into. So pretend I'm there in your living room, and I'm just pushing that leg a little bit further than you want it to go. And 2 more. And away. Excellent. Good. Take your foot out. Keep your towel rolled up. We're going to do some roll up. To put it down, put the towel behind your lower back. If you really don't want the towel there, you don't have to put it there. But lift your bum up. Put that sausage towel underneath the arch of your lower back. And the towel is there just to give us some comfort and help with our self-esteem so that we feel we can get up from our roll up. And you are welcome to grab onto your leg if you need to as well. So reach your arms over your head. First, just lengthen through your whole body. Inhale. On your exhale, send your arms forward. Lift your head and chest. Roll up. And then stretch towards your toes. We're going to keep the spine round and just roll down slowly. So tuck your tailbone in. Squeeze the glutes a little bit to help with that flexion in your lumbar spine. Exhale. Reach the arms forward. Push your back into the towel. And then stretch forward. If you need to fold the towel up more, you are welcome to do that to give you more help. And reach overhead. 2 more times. Exhale. Send the arms forward and roll. Reach towards your toes. Keep the spine round as you roll back. Inhale, bring it to the bottom. Last one. Exhale to roll up. And just stay there at the top. Keep your towel rolled up like this. We are going to lie on our tummies on the mat, and we're going to hold the towel behind us. So I'm holding the towel with my palms facing up to the ceiling. My legs are comfortably apart, and my nose and forehead is going to rest on the mat. And if your toes or your foot starts to cramp like mine, just tuck your toes in underneath. So don't lift up anything just yet. Think about lengthening the lower back, so pubic bone to the floor. Squeeze your buttocks, lifting your belly button. Then over your shoulders, so roll your shoulder blades back towards each other and reach the towel away from you, from your buttocks towards your heels. Once you've got evacuation, then you can start to lift your chest and knee and exhale down. And inhale, lift. And exhale down. Now keep going. Think about those collarbones really lengthening out to the sides, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And you are still holding the towel so that it's nice and tight. 2 more times. 1 more time. And release all the way down with the towel next to you and push yourself back into your resting position. If your shoulders are sore, then you are welcome to bend your elbows on the mat, or you can straighten your arms and just allow your buttocks to sort of sink down towards your heels. You can separate your knees as wide as you need to. And then we breathe while we are in that resting position, allowing the shoulders and the back to relax from all that work. Tuck your hair and it starts to fall out of your ponytail. Right. And yet, we're still not done with the glutes, so you can put your towel out of the way for now. And then I want you to go onto your elbow, doesn't matter which side. Make sure that your elbow is underneath your shoulder. If it's too far away, you're going to feel a whole lot of pulling and strain in your neck and shoulder. So bring that elbow in. Your knees are bent with your feet in line with your buttock. You can put your top hand in front of you if you need that, or your hand can go on top of your hip. So all we are going to do, we're going to press down on our bottom arm, on both our knees actually, and then lift the bottom hip off the floor and up. So organize yourself so that you feel you can do this without taking too much strain in the neck and shoulders. If your neck really gets tired from this, just look down at your bottom elbow, and that will take the strain off your neck. Right. So it's the bottom shoulder, keep going, bottom shoulder, sorry, that was mine. The obliques at the bottom and the glutes at the bottom. That's lifting you up. So push that arm into the floor to get that connection around your shoulder blade so that you're not working from the top of your shoulder. Okay, now the next time you lift up your pelvis, we are going to do a clamshell with the top knee. So we lift the hips up and we open the knee and down. And we lift and open the knee and lift. If your shoulder doesn't want to do this anymore, you can lie down all the way on the mat and just do your normal clamshell with this. Good. Now stay lifted. We're going to lift the top leg up 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Put the foot down and put the pelvis down. We go up again. Open that knee. Now straighten your top leg and we lift it up. 1, 2, 3. Bend the knee. Put the foot down. Put your pelvis down. One more round of each. So lift your pelvis, open your knee. Bend leg. We lift it. 1, 2, 3. Lower yourself down. Lift yourself up. Open that knee. Straighten the leg and lift. 2, 3. Bend and lower. Sit up all the way. Shake out that shoulder and grab onto your top shin and just do a little mermaid bend away from the side that we just moved. So we're stretching this whole side and the shoulder that took the stretch. Great. And lower. And give that shoulder a roll. Swing your legs over to the other side. Knees are bent. Elbow underneath your shoulder. Hand on top of your hip or in front of you. And we just lift and lower the hip. So don't lift the knee with just yet. Just find that position. And you might have to organize yourself to get that connection. And when we lift the hips, your weight needs to shift slightly forward. Think knees and hand. Good. Let's open that top knee. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. Stay lifted. Good. And we lift the top leg up. 3, 2, 1. And lower down. Like I said, you can just do the leg lift and lie down all the way if your shoulder doesn't want to go in. Lift yourself, straighten your leg, and we lift 1, 2, 3. Bend the leg and come back down. One more of each. Open the knee as you lift, and we lift 1, 2, 3. And lower down. And we lift, open the knee, straighten your leg, and 1, 2, 3, and all the way down. Sit up, roll your shoulder, and then just side bend. If you want to sit with your legs crossed, that's fine. If you want to sit in your mermaid position, whichever one works, you just want to stretch the side that you are pressing on. And slowly come up and just give that shoulder and make one more roll. Okay, we are ready to grab our chair for one more exercise. So you can stand up. Just check the time. Perfect. We are going to do a modified downward dog stretch just to end off with. So, like I said earlier on, if you are short and supple, you use the seat of your chair, and if you are tall and stiff, you use the back of your chair. So, face towards the chair, feet about hip distance apart. Nod the chin. Roll down. And then place your hands on the seat or on the backrest of your chair. Move your feet back and wide if you need to. Shift your weight onto your heels and pull your armpits towards your knees. If you need to bend your knees to get that flat back, you do that. I want to see a rounded spine. It's a flat back. And we just stay there. And we breathe. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more breaths. Feel the stretch of the back of your legs, down your spine, towards your head, maybe in your shoulders. Stay there for one more breath. And then just walk your feet a little bit closer to your chair, bend your knees if you need to, and then tuck your tailbone in. Roll up all the way to the top. When you get to the top, just reach your arms up Last stretch. Breathing into your chest and belly. And then exhale, lower your arms all the way down. Well done, everybody. I hope you are okay. You can send me a message to Zoom's chat function if you want to, or you can WhatsApp me. I hope you enjoyed the class and that you are all still in one piece. Hi, Amanda, and I can see you as well. So I'm going, yeah, I'm on my computer, so don't go to Core Concepts page or camera view. If you go to Karmia, then you'll be able to see. And Leon the Live. Thanks, Sarah, I didn't see you there. Dankie Henry, Yolandi, Martha, Lindaitjie, Estelle, Kobus, jong julle is alle, dankie iPhone, Florence, Renaitjie. I'm just going to stop the recording. I'm still reading all of your messages.